What up, beautiful people? For Haley's here. I want to talk about ditching low vibrational energy and anything that makes our energy very low and our vibration negative. Not every single day we're going to feel happy, we're going to have joy. Not every single day we're going to have peace. There's going to be moments and days where we're going to feel stressed out, where we're going to feel out of our element, where we're not going to feel like getting up, or we're not going to feel motivated. I want to just explain to you my personal experience. How can I reduce low vibrational in my personal space? So the number one thing that I've done was I cut off fast food from my diet. If you don't want to feel lazy, sluggish, unmotivated, where you can't get up, you don't have no desire to get out of bed, do not eat fast food. If you're eating McDonald's, if you're eating Popeyes, Burger King, yeah, it may taste good for that moment, but how do you really feel after you finish eating fast food? Because when I eat it, afterwards, I start to feel so lazy. I feel sluggish. Like, I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything. I can't think straight. All I want to do is lay in bed, be lazy, curl up in my blanket. And that right there, that makes me depressed because I'm not motivated. I'm not driven to complete my task, to start my day, to finish my day. Like, I don't like feeling like that. It makes me very lazy and I start to get depressed. It's okay to eat it every now and then, once in a while, but I really don't recommend my followers to eat McDonald's, to be eating fast food, because that really does have an effect on your overall health. What you put in your body does have an effect and does have an impact. It operates on your physical health, your well-being. If you're eating constant fast food, or if you're eating food that is not really good for you, how you start to feel in the inside is how you're gonna start to look on the outside. You know that saying, when you look good, you feel good. When you eat fast food all the time, you're gonna gain so much weight, but the way how you feel in the inside, sluggish, lazy, maybe overweight, that's how you're gonna look on the outside. You're gonna start gaining weight, you're gonna start breaking out, but also it's so unhealthy. You do not want 10 years of your life down the road where, you know, you're getting some type of sickness or illness and you can't enjoy your life. You don't have joy because you're not taking care of your health. And like I said, I'm not saying you can't eat it from time to time, but if you're constantly eating out every single week, whether it's Popeyes, McDonald's, Burger King, ladies and gentlemen, please cut out fast food. It's really not good for your emotional and mental health. It does start to kick in. And then not only that, but you're draining your pockets when you could save money and go to the grocery store. I really, really, truly believe that what you put in your body does have a mental, emotional impact on how you feel on the outside. What you eat, what you consuming affects your vibration on how you go about your day, how you go about your week, how you go about your life. Let's ditch fast food. Number 2, on ditching anything low vibrational, I'm gonna say, for me personally, because I've been experiencing this, is you need to limit social media. When you're on social media, a lot of y'all got yourselves rushing y'all goals because what y'all see online. And I just want to say, what y'all see on Instagram, what y'all see on TikTok, mostly Instagram, is a highlight reel. No one's going to show you their worst circumstances. People's not going to show you what happens behind closed doors. They're going to show you a highlight. They're going to show you something that may not be real. They're going to show you relationships, but you don't know what's going on behind closed door. They're going to show you fancy cars, designer bags. They're going to show you these name brand clothes, but you don't know if they're paying these cars, you know, clothes with credit cards, or they can't afford that lifestyle. Like, a lot of y'all be rushing y'all goals, or y'all be comparing yourselves to these influencers or celebrities on social media. And you know what? I used to do this too. I used to do this before I started my channel. And there was a moment where when I got my apartment right now, I was rushing myself. Like, okay, I got my apartment, now I need a car. And I felt like everybody around me was having cars except for me. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get a car. And at that time of my life, I was in debt. I wanted a car to match everybody's vibe because everybody around me had cars. And I just got my car, by the way. I just bought my car. I'm not leasing it. I paid cash. You know what I noticed? I accomplished my goal. I'm still not as happy as I thought I would be. You know why? Because life started kicking in. Bills started coming up. And, you know, I'm so grateful for my car. I'm so blessed to have a car. Like, I'm happy I got my car. But when you guys accomplish something, all that hype all that happiness is going to die down eventually, and then life is going to start to kick in. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, but don't rush your goals because you see someone else on social media. When everybody around me was having cars, a lot of people was leasing their cars. I thought I was behind in my life because people was driving. But one thing that I've done that a lot of people around me didn't do is I didn't lease my car. I just paid it cash, so I don't have to owe a car note. And most of the people that I know, they're struggling trying to pay their car notes. They're struggling leasing their car. So I was thanking God, like, thank you for giving me my car and not putting me in a position like everybody else. I have it a little bit more easier because I don't owe anything. It's mine. But it just goes to show that I got to stop comparing myself to everybody else or stop trying to match people's lifestyle. I may think I'm behind. Like sometimes what you see on the outside for someone else, it may not be best for you. Like if you guys are seeing people with cars and right now you're carless, maybe you carless right now because God don't want you to lease a car. He wants you to own your car. He don't want you to keep paying car note. Or maybe God doesn't want you in debt. You know how many people I know that is in debt? And this is something that I was explaining to my sister. Don't ever compare your life to someone else because what you see on the outside, or that glamour, fancy cars, fancy house, designer clothes, vacations, you don't know if these people really got so much debt or they're struggling to pay their car bills, or you really don't know. So I've learned to stop comparing myself to people on social media. So limit yourself from the internet, from Instagram, and just be present. Be present with your family. Be present with your close friends. Enjoy your life. I would pick up a book. I'd rather pick up a book, learn something, grow, evolve, learn from other people's personal experience, how to grow, how to build generational wealth, how to break generational cycle, and just keep my mind going, keep my mind expanding. But when you're on social media, you're not really learning anything. You're just watching other people's lifestyles. If you want your vibration to be high, I noticed that the people that I love the most, sometimes they have so much baggage in their life, or they have so much drama, where I feel like because I love them so much and I want to help them and I want to rescue them, I want to be the hero, sometimes their burdens are carried on to me. So sometimes I feel like a heavy weight has been on my shoulders because I want to help my closest family. I want to help my closest friends. You want to help the people that you love. But what I've learned is that sometimes you have to just take a step back. You have to let people learn things on their own, because the more you keep helping them, the more they're going to keep expecting you to be their hero when they're in rock bottom, or when they need some money, or when they need you to solve their issues. They're never going to learn. They're never going to grow because they know that you're always going to be there saving them. And that can put you at a low vibration, because us as empaths, we can feel when we love people. We can truly feel when there's something wrong with them or when they're going through issues. We emotionally and mentally carry their burdens. Like when we go home at night, we're thinking about, oh, how can I save this person? How can I save that person? How can I be a hero for this person? But what I notice is that you take on so many people's energy that they're always complaining. They're always having drama. They're not doing anything about it. And I feel like even if you truly love these people, you got to love them from a distance, or you got to give them tough love, because always giving someone an inch and they're going to take a mile is that they're going to take your kindness for weakness. They're going to keep taking advantage of you. If you're always trying to save everybody, who's going to save you? And imagine how your emotional and mental well-being is going to be. You're going to be suffering because you want to do everything for everybody, but then those people, they can't do the same for you because they're not at that position. So what I'm trying to say is that distance yourself from people who is always complaining, always have drama, always have negativity, always have problems, and they don't want to do nothing about it. You can give your advice, but you cannot always save them. There comes a point in your life where you have to just save yourself. You got to put yourself first, and you got to let people deal with their drama and issues on their own, because the more you help them, they're never going to learn. Honestly, realistically speaking, they're never going to learn from it. They always know, you know what, let me call this person up because this person always got me. But when you're in trouble, do they have you? Most of the time, no, because they don't even have themselves. So I notice is that when you're around people like this, even if you love them, they're your friends, your family, don't save somebody so much where you start to hurt yourself or lose yourself in the process. Always save room for you. Always protect your energy. The last thing about ditching anything low vibrational is certain places. For me, when I was in toxic relationships, I remember where me and certain of my exes, we would go on dates, we would have our first kiss, we would just go out. And when there are certain places, you may have a traumatic experience or you may have a negative experience, and it don't have to be with your significant other or your exes. It could be with family, it could be with friends, it could be from someone from your past. It could be certain places, like maybe your high school. It's just certain places that has triggers, and y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Like when you guys are around that area or y'all in that place and you get like flashbacks or you get like past memories or you get that negative vibe in your heart, like try to avoid that. Like for me, when I would pass around my old high school, like I don't know, I get that vibe, like that negative energy, because I remember the toxic relationship I was in. I remember the people that I was surrounding myself with that was not best for me. So it does bring my mood down, but it's a trigger and it's something that I'm currently working on. But I feel like if certain places triggers you, or it brings your mood down, or it brings you at a place mentally where you feel negative or you feel sad or you feel like your vibration is just so low, just try to avoid it. I'm not saying that you're never going to feel low on your energy, on your vibe, on your vibration. But what I'm trying to say is try to reduce it as much as possible if it's in your control. So if eating fast food or eating certain foods just make you feel sluggish, it makes you feel down, it makes you feel weak, you have the control to not eat that. You have the control to eat more healthier food. Social media, you have the control on how much time you consume on it, on what you're following, who you're watching on your social media, what kind of videos you're consuming, what type of things your brain is being controlled by. You have the control of that. You also have the control of limiting or keeping your distance, who you want to surround yourself with, how much you want to help people, how much you want to be there for people so that their burdens don't take a negative mental emotional burden on you. Not let their personal drama get to you. Like you have that control, and you also are in control of your life wherever you want to go, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're eating. If sometimes your mood is down, just be present with yourself, connect with your own emotions, connect with God, read a book, listen to inspirational, positive, encouraging podcasts. Don't listen to negative things. Don't always watch the news, because when I watch the news, I start to feel sad. I start to feel depressed. These are the simplest things where you can just change your vibration, change your mood. And you have the power to do this, but it's all up to you. So that is it. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with more videos.